Welcome to another episode of the Diaspora screencast. This is Sean. Last week we talked about cloning the Diaspora repository on your own fork, and this week we're going to focus on running the server and making a pull request. So the first thing we want to do is actually figure out how to take the local copy that we cloned onto our machine and run it. Now there's some guides on the wiki as well as a simple install script that you could even try out, both of which options will allow you to set up the server, but we're assuming that you're already past that point. There will be some links in the description. So we've navigated into our workspace directory. Let's assume that you've copied over the application.yml.example and the database.yml.example files and renamed them. So to run our server, we just need to be in the directory and run Rails S. Now we can see that it's booting the Mongrel web server, and our Rails application is starting. It's running on 0.0.0 port 3000 by default, but you can change that in the config settings. Okay, so this is our Diaspora server. The first thing that we want to do, just for a simple pull request, let's take the avatar image that's used in the stream and figure out what exactly is calling that. Okay, so this asset is under the .media.image image. Why don't we just have a little fun here and just change the way the image is outputted. So let's make it round instead of a square using the border radius property. So that shows up, but that's not actually committing code. So we need to figure out what exactly is calling this. So everything that we need is located under application.css.sass under the Diaspora app assets style sheets note to make. So we find media.image, and using the Sass syntax will recreate what exactly it is we wanted. So we'll just put in border radius 26 pixels. We don't need a semicolon on the end, we just need a colon on the beginning in respect of the Sass syntax. And now images in the stream should by default be round with a property of 26 pixels on the border radius property. Awesome. So it's now rendering that properly. Well, after our hard work, we wanted to submit this as a pull request. So the way to do this is to utilize Git. We have that all set up on our machine from the last episode. So all we need to do is a quick git add of the file we changed. Well, actually before that, we want to set up a new branch, so we would do git checkout -b and the name of our branch. So let's just call it roundavi. Now I've actually already done this, so that's already set up. And now we just need to do a quick git add, and we just need to remember the directory of the file we changed. Now we just type in git commit -m, and in the quotes, single quotes, we need to just put the description of the commit. So add rounded avatars. Now that we have that, we can push it actually into our repository using git push origin roundavi. Now if we go to GitHub on our fork, we can find that our latest commit that we just made will appear in our branch. We need to specify that it's under the roundavi branch that we created. And there's our commit. So we can look at our commit made. We can easily make a pull request. So we want roundavi, and we want to put in a description. And usually when you're making visual changes, it's good practice to add an image. So we'll do that. And after we do that, we'll just hit the send pull request button. And after we wait long enough, we can find that our pull request will have been reviewed by team members, and oh no, Ooh, well, this is kind of awkward. It looks like they don't actually want this feature. But that's okay, because this was just a demonstration feature anyway. You can actually message people in the thread or that you know on GitHub or that are involved with the project through GitHub's mentionings and comments. That's incredibly useful as long as you just constantly stay engaged with the development team and just kind of figure out what's going on. You can actually work through a lot of problems with your pull request. The devs are actually really, really helpful. If you want to actually find a good starting point for something to hack on, the dev blog has a week in review, and on that week in review that we constantly post every week, we have a bug mash, which is just 5 hand-picked bugs that you can sort of sort through. They all kind of have different things, a little something to offer to everyone. There's some JavaScript ones, there's some Ruby ones, and you can just kind of the difficulty, the level of difficulty, the barrier of entry kind of varies with each one, so there really is a little something for everyone to kind of get their feet wet and get involved with our development process. Thank you for watching this Diaspora screencast. I'm Sean Tilley. Tune in next week to hear about how to get the test suites running and what you can do as a new coming developer to understand the community workflow and get involved with the community itself. We'll show you where all the mailing lists are at, how you can introduce yourself, how to propose a feature, all that great stuff. Thank you very much for watching.